So the festival playlist has officially started here in Forza Horizon 6, guys, and I gotta admit I am super happy to see this return, and it was honestly pretty dang fun. There is a few things I wanted to mention. There's obviously no trial in this, and this entire month will not have trials at all. They do start in Series 2, which makes sense because not everybody will be able to hit Legend that quick, so I think that is a good thing to do. But without further ado, let's jump right into this because we don't waste any time. Starting off here with the weekly challenge, you will have to get yourself the Toyota GR86, which is honestly a very cheap vehicle to get, guys. Head over to the auto show. You will find this car in the auto show for around $28,000. It's, again, very cheap. You don't have to do much of anything to it if you don't want to. But you will first have to buy this vehicle if you do not own it. Now, sometimes you could probably find this vehicle out in the world a little bit for a little bit cheaper. But all you'll have to do for the first part, though, is simply spawn in and drive this car for around 5 or so seconds, and you'll get the first part of this completed. The second part of this does require you to get 3 stars from any speed zones around the map. Now for this, I would recommend putting a build on the car to make this a tad easier. I will give you guys my share code on the screen now. That way you can run that and get this done easier, at least, if you want to do some of the faster speed zones. The one I did end up picking is on the map right over here. I do feel like this is probably one of the easiest ones to do. It's very quick. The car can easily hit 150 there. You'll get yourself 2 stars, basically taking you around maybe 30 to 40 seconds to run it. Restart it, run it again, get the 150, and boom, you will have the second part of this completed.
You have arrived at your destination.
From there, though, you will then have to earn 6 speed skills with the 2022 Toyota GR86. Now, this is also where I'd recommend you to maybe put the build on the car because you are obviously going to have to go faster. To get a speed skill, you will simply have to do 150 or so miles per hour. I'd recommend spawning over to the highway, kind of where I did, and simply going as fast as you can in that direction, doing 150 and a little bit above that will get you a regular speed skill, then also a great one. One thing you can do, guys, is simply slow down to like 130, speed back up to 150, and you will easily get this done in probably under a minute or two. And then the last part you'll have to do on this is you'll have to win one of the Toge races with the GR86. Now for this one, I never completed it, so it had to be a B-leveled vehicle. I'm sure it could be higher if you do it again. But for me, though, I pretty much went back into the shop, bought the B-rank thing, and pretty much jumped right in. Once you guys end up winning this race, though, you will simply get yourself the entire challenge completed and the money for this, getting yourself the first weekly challenge all the way completed at that point. Moving over from there, you'll then have to do a photo challenge. For this, simply head over to the Big Horizon Festival thing on your map, which I'm sure everyone is aware of where this one is. It is pretty much the main circular one on like the middle left part of the map there. Simply head over there, grab a photo, and you will get this photo challenge done. And then for the next thing after that, though, guys, we have the treasure hunt, and this will have to be in the Otani region. Probably either one of those works. But either way, though, for this, looking at the photo, you'll then have to find the location of this in the Otani region. And funny part is, it's obviously in the same part of the festival playlist, guys. Head over to where I am on the map here by the temple, and you will be able to see the box or crate thing sitting right on this trailhead thing, and you will be able to get this done.
You have a treasure. Would you say you're more like a pirate or a detective at this point?
Once all that's done, you can then start tackling these seasonal championships. This will once again have 3 of these if you are familiar with Forza Horizon 5. The first one is Retro Hot Hatch Cars. For this, guys, you can pick a bunch of different vehicles, but the one I honestly do recommend here is also very cheap. You don't have to do much of anything to it, is the Acura RSX. It's $18,000. I'll give you guys my share code on this thing once again. You could simply get that thing to max C rank. Get all 3 of these races done pretty dang easy with this car. I would definitely recommend it. And then you will easily pretty much be able to move on to the next one after getting all 3 of these races completed. The next seasonal championship will end up being the Street Fighter one, which gives you a really amazing car, the Pagani Wire R. I definitely recommend it. For this, though, you will have to use modern Super Saloons. Now, there's a few different cars you could run on this one. I did end up picking the Alfa Romeo Giulia, which, to be real, might not be the best option. You could run this thing, guys, but I would probably say something like the RS4 might be a better option there. All the cars are fairly similar in price. If you own some of the higher-end Audis, simply make sure that car is basically A rank. Jump in and get all 3 of these races done. To be honest, it's not too bad, but I would say the Audis might make this a tad easier. And then the last seasonal championship here is done with Retro Rally. Funnily enough, I actually found this one to be easier than the other 2 because a lot of the rally cars are honestly just straight monsters, or at least I would probably say they are anyway. But you guys could run the Impreza 22B. Highly recommend that car. Stock, it comes 600. It is so dang good. The other car you could also run is the Mitsubishi. To be real, any car honestly works on this one, but I really did find the Subaru just to be all around amazing and super easy to use. But once you are done with that seasonal championship, you will then have a time attack located on one of the main time attack tracks here, obviously the off-road one. You have to use an A-restricted country Japan vehicle, so I'm sure a lot of people might end up noticing what a lot of people might use on this one. For me though, guys, I did end up picking the Honda Civic Type R, the older 2018 Honda Civic Type R. I will give you guys my share code. It is amazing for a few reasons on why I would recommend using this. For one, you can easily get the entire time attack done, guys. I think I got like a minute in, I think it was around 3-ish seconds. It wasn't bad either. It wasn't the best driving. I could have did my lines better. Still got this done first try with the Honda Civic. I have rally tires on it, obviously, so it did make it a tad easier there. But one of the reasons why I would recommend trying out this build I have on the vehicle is because you will also have 3 skills you will have to do as well. Well, technically it's 2 after the time attack. So you have 2 skills, a danger sign and a speed trap. The first one and the other one also needs a level A country Japan vehicle again. So you could literally run the Honda Civic Type R on all of these with no issues. I did also end up completely destroying the danger sign first try with the same exact Civic build I used on the time attack, guys. Start on the hill, kind of on top of the mountain, get a running start, hit that at around 100 or so, 20 miles an hour, easily over what you will need to get that danger sign completed.
At your destination.
And then the last skill you will have to do, though, is the speed trap, as I did end up mentioning before. And once again, you could simply jump into this Honda Civic, guys, with the same build I had on it before. This is also why I feel like it's a great one, because it can just do them all one straight shot. This one will require you to hit around over 100 miles an hour. I think it was 110 miles per hour. So I would say some cars might end up struggling. The Civic got this done with no issues. Obviously spawned kind of far back to give you a running start. The corner into the main speed trap, the car has no issues there. In fact, if you hit it at the right angle like I did, you pretty much don't even have to brake, bro. You could just fly around the corner 117 miles an hour and done. That is pretty much it on the skills there. And then once you are done with those, though, you will then have to do a few of the online events. The first one is the hide and seek here. Obviously, jump in and do a round. And to be real, I do enjoy this game mode. I think it's better than what they did in FH5. I like how the car you drive can blend in with traffic. I think that's pretty dope. Simply jump in, do a full round. I was a seeker. I was, funnily enough, always around the hider there, which was kind of hilarious. But get a round done, and then you will get this done. Keep in mind, guys, the cars I saw in both of the online things are also exclusive. So I would definitely recommend doing it, especially the hide and seek one because it's an expensive Ferrari. I would say that is well worth it. The other thing you have to do is some Horizon racing, which I would say everyone probably jumps in that anyway, aka PvP. Use your own vehicles in this. The thing you will have to do, though, is speed skills, which you'll have to do 150 miles an hour as you had to do with the BRZ. So the biggest thing is make sure you are using higher leveled vehicles if you are doing the Horizon race. Specifically, maybe an S, higher A, or an A vehicle with a bigger track could get this one done fairly easy. Honestly, not too difficult. You'll probably get this done in like one race or two, depending on which one you are doing. Again, the bigger tracks make this one much easier to get done. The last thing you'll have to do, though, is one of the monthly rival things, and you also get to drive the new Mazda, which I gotta admit, this car is so dope. I can't wait to get my hands on this thing and race it, but you'll have to beat your rival Ghost thing on the main track here. So you're obviously starting off, you're not moving. You could probably beat the Ghost still, but I did end up having to do a second lap. I beat the Ghost after that. It wasn't good driving whatsoever. Keep in mind, though, this one only gives you 1 point per week. It says 4 points, but it's 1 for each week because it is a monthly rival type of thing. Overall, though, guys, that will pretty much do it for the first festival playlist here in Forza Horizon 6. I gotta admit, I did enjoy it. I would say if you speedrun it, maybe an hour and a half or so because of the championship races. Get your hands on the vehicles. You guys could not even have to do the online stuff if you don't want to. But if you do want to get some of the exclusive cars and add them to your collection, I would highly recommend it. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments below.